Day, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
Attack on Pearl Harbor by Japan marked a turning point in the lives of people of Japanese ancestry. War hysteria pushed our government into making us prisoners in our own country. Executive Order 90666 declared that there would be an evacuation of citizens of Japanese blood to various internment camps spread across the West Coast. At first, our family believed we wouldn't be interned because we were part Filipino, but we were soon notified by the State Department that we would be included. My name is Allison Adia. I grew up on a strawberry farm in Madera, California. My father, Juan Formalo, grew up in the Philippines where he enlisted in the U.S. Navy during World War I. After he was discharged, he moved to California. It was there that he met my mother, Alice Machio Taoni. My parents met, fell in love, and eventually got married. They had 7 children, me, my 3 sisters, and my 3 brothers. In September 1941, my father died of a stroke at the age of 46. I was 18. 3 months later, Pearl Harbor was bombed, and tensions arose between Japanese and Americans. My family and neighbors were devastated. We knew that Japanese Americans would never be treated the same. My mother, who had a difficult time dealing with my father's death, stayed strong for us kids. I cannot remember seeing her cry once. A couple of months later, we received notice that we were to move to an internment camp in nearby Fresno, California. The government believed that the Japanese in California would be a threat to national security, which history proved not valid. None were charged with being disloyal. I know if Dad had been alive, he would have done everything in his power to prevent this, as there were others who were not interned due to mixed marriages. I can still visualize him with his hand over his heart, honoring the American flag in parades or funerals as it passed by. He loved this country so much, and I'm glad that he wasn't alive to see us interned. There were 5,000 internees at the Fresno Assembly Center. Each family was given one-room living quarters with straw mattresses. We were surrounded by a barbed wire fence with guards placed around the perimeter of the camp. There were school classes, church on Sunday, and a recreation hall. We all went to the mess hall for our meals, where the preparation of food and cleaning of dishes were all done by internees. Our showers were a whole different story. They were wide open and had absolutely no privacy. The latrines were like troughs with no separation, though separate for men and women. My sister and I work at the internment camp commissary. One morning at work, my other sister, Lily, came to the commissary crying. For a moment, I was frightened. I thought something bad had happened. After taking a couple of deep breaths, she said that Mom had been informed that we would go home. We packed up with the help of kindly camp neighbors and our Filipino uncle who was taking care of our ranch and picked us up. We returned home a group of very happy campers. The 1942 evacuation of Japanese Americans was a flagrant violation of our constitutional rights. Our crime was being of Japanese ancestry. My heart aches for the Japanese who lost sons fighting for the U.S. in World War II. My heart also aches for those who lost property, savings, and were interned for years. No one can really feel what we felt unless they walked in our shoes through this traumatic experience. We were American citizens, incarcerated not by foreign power but our own government. I pity people who have a negative attitude toward other ethnic groups. They really miss out on a lot when they interact with other cultures. After all, American people are made up of diversity and a multitude of religious beliefs.